The dateEdit widget formats a date data field in a form field box with a button next to it to show a calendar when selected. The calendar pops up next to the field and the user can select a different date. The dateEdit widget supports both the format, sample, include, and century properties. As you can see here, we're entering in the format box the way in which we want the date to be displayed. Sample property provides a way to determine how much space to use as a sample for the field. It's used to compute the width of the field. Include is a constraint that allows you to determine a required set of data or acceptable values. So if a user enters or chooses a date that's unacceptable, it will not be allowed. And lastly, century. Century allows us to choose one of the 4 algorithms used to expand the year value. For example, the R indicates that the prefix here, the entered value with the first 2 digits of the current year. C indicates to use the past, future, or current year closest to the current date. F indicates to use the nearest year in the future to expand the entered value. And P indicates that to use the nearest year in the past to expand the entered value. More information on these and other parts of the properties of the dateEdit are available in the documentation. Let's take a look at an example of the dateEdit demo and see the dateEdit in use. dateEdits operate like any other form field. As you can see here in choosing to input, the user has access to the calendar button to choose a new date. Any attributes that are set on the field will be processed or invoked. In this example, we're choosing to add a new date, but we're getting an error because of the include property that is set on this particular field. In this field, we're choosing a date. There's no attribute set, so we can choose whichever date we'd like, and you can see the default formatting. Up here, because the include date is specific, we can either type it in or choose it from the pop-up calendar. The properties set on fields control and can assist in checking to ensure that the user has selected a valid date. Properties like color and justify format it the way that you want it to be formatted.